Being a PlayStation Trophies channel, I get giddy when I get a chance to mention Nintendo stuff. And with Tunic, its inspirations are very clear. This feels very much like the SNES era Legend of Zelda games, but in a 3D space, with a little bit of Dark Souls zest sprinkled on top for good measure. But mostly Legend of Zelda, and if I could pick its closest analog, it would be the remake of Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. So you know this game is going to have secrets galore and lots of interesting items to use, whether it's for bashing baddies or solving puzzles. However, this game throws a very unique mechanic that wouldn't feel unique if this game released 25 to 30 some odd years earlier. It has an in-game instruction booklet that gives tricks and tips on how to beat the game. This thing is silently leading you through the game to help you discover everything you need to fully complete it. That can make for an interesting experience, especially if you are trophy hunting. Whether it makes it a good one or a bad one is going to be uncovered with this trophy guide. But I will spoil up front that you will probably not be able to collect this game's platinum trophy without the help of this guide and other guides that are on the internet right now. And if you can, you might just be a god that this little adventurous fox is bowing to. This is Platinum Hunters, the show where we take a look at everything it takes to get the platinum trophy and whether it's worth the effort to achieve it. I got lots of indie games on the channel already, stuff like Nexomon, stuff like Stray. I got plenty. They're all in this big playlist of episodes that we are currently 63 episodes in. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more trophy guide videos just like this one, because you might just find your next platinum trophy. If you noticed, during the breakdown, I gave this game a platinum difficulty rating of Cakewalk. What's up with that? This game should be much harder than that. Well, if you play the game as intended, this game would definitely be harder, even if you adjust the combat difficulty to easy mode. However, this game has some accessibility options in the menus, in particular, no fail mode and no stamina restrictions. Using these does not disable trophies, and this makes combat a joke. Turn this on and you will become invincible, taking no damage. You know how I feel about this, but do what you want. I don't really like it when devs don't disable these god modes, as they trivialize platinum trophy runs. But I have to rate this thing at its lowest common denominator and officially stamp the plat difficulty with a Cakewalk rating of 2 out of 10 because of these things. There are lots of collectible trophies to grab, and I mean lots of them. 12 of them are just dedicated to secret treasures. Then there's a dash of miscellaneous trophies sprinkled in, and of course, story trophies. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, we are ready to start. But just note that I left some more helpful guides in the description below to assist you, and trust me, there will be lots of guides down below. We'll start our hero's journey with the 9 story trophies that I'm not going to reveal because of spoilers. Technically, you can miss some of these trophies as you play the game, as speedrunners have already shown us ways to skip sections of the game. However, they are not missable in the slightest, as even if you complete the game, you can always go back to the areas and complete them later, therefore collecting the trophies. But most players playing the story will naturally hit all of these trophies, so you don't really have to worry too much. This game's defining mechanic is its instruction booklet, which is your only in-game resource that tells you where to go next. It also cryptically tells you how to play and what weapons and abilities you can have. It's a cool mechanic in a time where most games hold your hand and coddle you. But the downside is that players might not read everything in the booklet and might not find out everything they need to know. They might even find things by accident. Great example is the special technique that pops the It uses stamina trophy. It hints at how to do it in the manual, but you have to find the page and then read its info. When you have the sword weapon equipped, just press dodge and the button you assigned the sword on at the same time, and you will do a dash slash. It is very useful in the heat of combat and you might not know about it. Here's another prime example of a mechanic that I never knew about until I needed it to progress. The trophy you will get for using the alter gesture for the first time is called You Hear a Strange Hum. If you hold X without any directional input, your little fox bro will bow, and you need to use this on the big gray blocks and heroes' graves. I walked right past these weird gray blocks for the longest time, not knowing about the bow mechanic. So when I discovered it, I used it on my first block and I got the trophy. And here's another one. I got to a point in the adventure where I was feeling, damn, I am really getting clapped here. Well, it turns out that you can make yourself stronger by upgrading your stats. To do this and get the Your Gift is Accepted trophy, all you have to do is go to any of the altars that act like bonfires from Dark Souls, open the inventory menu, and trade any of the items in the lower right hand corner along with some of the game's currency. You have 6 stats that you can upgrade multiple times, and this will make you so much stronger and able to take down the impending challenges that await you. While you can load up your save even after you finish the game 100%, these 4 trophies are still missable for various reasons. Again, the game isn't going to tell you about these, so I'll give you the heads up for you for these trophies so you don't have to start any unnecessary playthroughs. I already talked about the spoilers before, so final warning, as this next trophy is definitely a big spoiler. This first trophy is one you absolutely need to know about before you defeat the final boss. The trophy is called Your Body is Restored, and the process starts after you go retrieve the sword and you fight the fox boss. When he defeats you, you will return to the overworld in a spirit form where your stats are lowered and you are not able to change the day and night cycle. Oh, that's another thing that's in the manual, by the way. Day and night. Now, to get the trophy, you will need to visit the 6 heroes' graves resting in different sections of the map before you refight and defeat the final boss. Not only will visiting these hero graves restore your human form, but also your stats, making you an absolute unit again. I've got a guide down below to help you find all 6 and how you can get there. The thing that makes all this possible is gaining the teleport ability, which is absolutely amazing. You'll zip around the map at breakneck speed once you have this, and you'll be able to reach places you couldn't reach before very easily. But as far as the trophy goes, the important thing is that you don't defeat the final boss until you revive your human, or I guess fox, form. For the next missable trophy called Game Over, you need to make sure you fight the final boss without having a completed manual. Without is the absolute key word here. Having a completed manual with all the pages will activate the secret ending, so on top of everything you need to do for the Your Body is Restored trophy, just make sure you leave at least 1 manual page left to collect, because you will not be able to go back after that. After you defeat the final boss, you will achieve the trophy so long as you have at least 1 page out there in the world that you haven't collected. This next missable trophy is much less of a worry, but you're going to need to fight the temptation to crack these open for what's inside. For the Too Cute to Smash trophy, you'll have to hold 10 piggy banks or fox banks at one time. These money banks are these fox-looking items you can find in chests all over the map. The reason it's missable is that there are exactly 10 of these in the world, and if you even smash one of them for the money inside, you will miss getting the trophy because you need to hold all 10 at once. However, you have the option to start a New Game Plus run after you beat the game, so you can recollect remaining money banks you need to get the trophy that way. So let's say you smash 2 and you hold 8. In New Game Plus, you only need to collect 2 more and the trophy will be yours. This is very handy and even more handy for our next trophy. New Game Plus mode is also very handy to get the Bring It to the Wrong Fight Missable trophy, where you'll need to retrieve the gun weapon found in the quarry before you pick up any of the sword items. You are probably wondering, how the heck do you even do that, as the quarry is pretty far into the game? For this trophy, I guess it's handy to throw on no fail mode so you'll have less to worry about, but all in all, this will take about 10 to 15 minutes to pull off, but will require you to visit certain places to get certain items, like visiting the frog's domain to grab the hookshot. You won't be able to access the quarry without it. There is also a part where you'll need to have an enemy cut some of the grass for you because you haven't grabbed the sword. You can slow it down with the video I used to do this with in the description below. I know a lot of this guide is me saying this and telling you to consult another video, but this guide will tell you how to look for these trophies and give you the directions you need to get it done. This game is pretty light on miscellaneous trophies, but there are a few for you to go out and grab. Cutting grass is something I love doing in the games that inspired this one, so get the Lawnmower trophy for cutting up 1,000 blades of grass. You will need the sword in order to do this, as the stick ain't gonna cut the grass out. You need the sword, and just do what you know how to do already. Full disclosure, I got this next trophy quite by accident. I threw the bomb and it bounced back in my face. The trophy, whoops, is dishonorably awarded to you if you freeze yourself with an ice bomb. In my defense, the blast radius is pretty big, so yeah. It has to be an ice bomb, which you'll find in chests, or you can buy at the hidden shops like the one in this windmill. As well, there's the Your Pocket Feels Heavier trophy, which is bomb related as well. The trophy description talks about understanding what the margin of page 37 of the instruction booklet is saying, but really all it's doing is hinting that you'll have to use the same type of bomb 10 times before the trophy pops. There are a few types of bombs like the ice one you already used, but the most common one to get is the firecracker looking one, so just toss 10 of those and you'll get the trophy no problem. Since we have introduced the instruction booklet a few times, now let's talk about the trophy you get when you complete it. Remember to do that after you beat the boss once. But the trophy is called Thank You for Playing, and you'll have to seek out every page that completes this secret-filled guide that you rely heavily on. There are 28 pages in the game for you to find that will complete a 54-page instruction booklet with a front and back cover. Many of these pages are strategically placed in front of your path, and those are the ones that give you hints where to go next. Other pages are in random places on the map, some of them only accessible after finding certain items like the hookshot or teleport dash as two examples. Pick up as many as you can naturally, but I recommend saving your page collecting efforts for the end game, as we discussed earlier for the Game Over trophy. There are a few pages that are worth expanding on, while the rest can be found in this handy guide I provided below. In order to collect page 54 and 55, which is the back cover, you will need to find a total of 10 fairies. And I don't use the word find lightly, as I really mean you have to look them up on the internet, because holy crap are they hidden AF. When you find your first fairy, you'll be awarded the I'm Free trophy, and then you'll have to collect 9 more and return to the fairy room located at this spot behind the waterfall in the overworld. There is even a fairy you can find in that very room, so these damn things are everywhere. How you find them is by paying attention to the markings on the ground that will form a line puzzle. Then on the D-pad of the controller, you will have to replicate the line puzzle with inputs that feel like you're entering a cheat code. By the way, this info is all in the manual in case you missed it. I sure did. I was clearly too stupid for this game, so I just used the guide I planted in the description. You'll need 10 fairies to collect this page. 3 sets of pages are locked behind doors that can only be opened with line puzzles on them. Page 44 and 45 is behind the door located at the fountain, in which you'll need to enter the code down, right, up, left, up, right on the D-pad. Page 48 and 49 is located by the big golden door statue that's north of the overworld. It's essentially the spot where you got the fire wand. Enter in the code up, right, down, right, up, left to get this one. Then page 52 and 53 is found in the back room of your house, and you'll need to enter the code up, right, down, right to get this one. And lastly, for page 1 and the front cover, you will travel through a snowy mountain pass and come across a huge door on your way to the quarry. Stand in front of that massive door and press... the fuck? I'm not reading all that. I'm putting it on the screen and you guys can pause the video. Yeah, I'm not reading all that. Get out of here. Those are all the notable pages and the rest are not hard to find with a guide. This last page will complete the booklet if you've collected all the other pages. You'll get a trophy and now you have access to the secret ending. Oh goody. The collecting just keeps on going and it's not going to stop until this guide is done. There are 2 trophies up for grabs relating to the golden coins and wishing wells. When you have some gold coins, equip them and toss them into the wishing well. The first one will get you the Nothing Happened trophy after you make your first wish and sadly nothing happened. Throwing in these gold coins a few at a time will unlock more charm slots, which is something I wish I did from the very beginning. You'll have to track down all 15 of these golden coins and toss them in to unlock the Well Done trophy. Like the Moneybanks, there are chests scattered across the lands, and if you don't want to look for them yourselves, the guide is below. Toss all 15 of them into the wishing well, get the trophy, and reap all the good luck with all these new charm slots. We've reached the point in the guide where you can take a breath, stretch, and maybe pick your jaw off of the floor from all the wondrous secrets this game has, because there's going to be more coming up, so be sure to hit that like button to let me know you're ready to find some very rare treasures. For the final section of this secret-filled guide, we have 12 trophies that are all related to finding secret treasures. If you thought the crazy D-pad codes and hidden spot madness was over, guess again, because honestly, I have the utmost respect for anyone who can collect all of these things just using the manual in-game. As you will see, these are some of the most well-hidden and unique collectibles I have ever covered here on Platinum Hunters so far. I am really just too dumb for this game, seriously. I'm going to reveal how you can get them all, but I'm going to do it in an order that doesn't make you run back and forth across the map over and over again. As well, I'm going to assume you have completed the game and you've restored your body, so that means collecting these post-game with the teleport dash. Let's start with secret treasure number 7 for the Spring Falls trophy, as it builds off of something we talked about earlier. For page 54 and 55 of the manual, you had to collect 10 fairies in their secret spots and then head to the cave behind the waterfall. Well, for this secret treasure, you will have to collect the remaining 10 fairies for a total of 20. You'll collect the secret treasure in the exact same spot you collected the page, and that's 1 down and 11 more to go. There are way more found in the main overworld area, so let's stay here for a bit and grab them. First, we got the secret treasure number 8 and the Power Up trophy. Its location is back at your house and beside the wind chimes that are hanging from the roof. This one involves listening to the sound of the wind chimes and using that with the manual to decipher a code, and like I said, mad respect if you figured it out yourself. The code is on screen now and you just have to enter it on the D-pad while standing beside the wind chimes for the chest to pop up. Then, right beside your house, up the ladder, you can get the treasure number 3 for the Sacred Geometry trophy. Stand in front of the windmill and pay attention to the patterns on the white sails. It forms the code that is on screen now. Again, mind blown. There was no way I would have figured that one out by myself. maybe even from a hint from the instruction manual. I don't think so. Now for treasure number 1 and the Mr. Mayor trophy, it is close by. There is a sign that tells you where the East Forest is, and there is a room there that has a pattern on the wall. Just trace the pattern with the D-pad, which is the combination on screen, and you will open it. This one I actually got on my own as I figured out what to do when the manual tells you about the line puzzles. So I pat myself on the back there. At least I got one of them by myself. Secret treasure number 9 and the Back to Work trophy is located at the teleporter after the beach where you started the game. Stand on the teleporter and enter the code that is on screen now to get it. There might be a hint with the flowers or a page in the manual that tells you how to get this, but honestly, just put the code in already. What are you waiting for? Okay, this next one. What in the world? The trophy is called Vintage, and it's for secret treasure number 4. Just note that you don't actually need page 1 to collect this, but that is where the hint comes from. So what you'll have to do is head down to the beach area and find this area right here where there was a chest. Now stay with me here. Stay with me. You will need to stand in the water pool that's in between the sand, and then go to the options menu, look for the master volume slider, and then bring it all the way down to 0%. Then unpause the game, put down the controller, and wait for more than 60 seconds before you do anything. Now, when you open page 1 of the manual, it will be different and give you a new hint. What is going on? This game is breaking me. Now, go stand on the crack where the grass meets the sand, that exact line right there, and enter this code on screen now. That will spawn the secret treasure chest in the water pool, and there you go. This was the most wackiest and outlandish secret in the whole game. I just couldn't believe it. My jaw was slammed on the freaking laminate floor in my basement. The other 6 treasures are all found in places outside of the overworld. We got our first one, secret treasure number 12 for the Forever Friend trophy, and it's actually found inside of the fast travel area. Near the bottom left teleporter that takes you to the ruined atoll, you can teleport dash on this spot right here and go all the way to the left where the secret treasure is just chilling. This is why I highly recommend you get these treasures in the end step, as you won't be able to reach it without the teleport dash. Speaking of the ruined atoll, let's get secret treasure number 10 for the Phonomath trophy. Now if you try to fast travel there during nighttime, it will be blocked off in the teleporter room, so make sure you go back to the house and sleep, so that way it's daytime. The fast travel pad will be free of that purple gook, and now you can go to the ruined atoll freely. Once you're there, head to the southwest part of the map where there are a series of hooks for you to hookshot across. Then when you are fully across, the chest is lying beside this thwomp block looking statue, and that will get you this secret treasure. This next one taught me something I didn't know you could do. You can get treasure number 6 for the Regal Weasel trophy in the lower part of the East Forest, in the area where there's water and spiders attacking you. Now you will need a combination of the Fire Wand, Ice Shard, and Hookshot, all equipped in all 3 weapon slots. The chest is located in this spot right behind this weird enemy that seems like it's out of place. Well, you can actually hook onto iced objects, but your normal Ice Shard isn't going to reach up there. So combine it with your Fire Wand by pressing both of the assigned buttons at the same time. This will give you an Ice Shot, and that will freeze the enemy up on that cliff. Quickly hookshot up to the enemy and claim the chest that's waiting for you right there. For this next one, I almost got it on my own, but I forgot to do one thing. This is secret treasure number 11 for the Dusty trophy, and it is located right beside the hero's grave in the eastern vault, so go back to that location. Teleport dash to this path right here and you'll enter a room with a pile of leaves and a broom. The broom is giving you a hint here to sweep things up, so sword swipe the 3 piles and nothing happened. Well, this is the part I forgot. If you look behind this spot here by changing the perspective, there's a 4th pile, and that was what I was missing for this secret trophy. Son of a gun, they got me. Now there are only 2 secret treasures left to grab, and they are both found in the graveyard area. We will start with the easier one, which is treasure number 5 and the Just Some Pals trophy. You will need to traverse the map till you get to the hills on the northern eastern part of the graveyard. Then travel down to the lower part of the map here. You will see some skulls that are a different color than the others, and that's because they are special. You will need to push them into this water puddle right here, denoted by the orange skull sitting on the tombstone. There are 3 in the immediate vicinity, and the last one is located on this ridge just above your head and the tombstone. You can't pick these up, so it is a bit annoying to move them around and awkward, but just keep nudging them and they will eventually go where you want them to go. And once you put all of them into the puddle, the chest will appear in front of you. And finally, our last secret treasure, number 2 for the A Secret Legend trophy, is a doozy. You will first need it to be nighttime, so go to sleep if it's not. Then you will need to travel through the graveyard and go to the front door of the cathedral. On your immediate left, there is a room that has a secret door with a chest in it. If you found all the Moneybanks already, you would have found this room by now. But behind that chest is another secret door and a pathway that takes you to another line puzzle and the last secret treasure. However, the chest is being blocked off by a bridge made of light that won't be there if you come back during the daytime. So it's important you enter this code on screen now to open up this second path so you don't have to come back here the other way. The path will take you out of the cathedral and into the graveyard so you can go back to your house and make it daytime. However, coming back to the graveyard during the day, you will notice that everything looks a little bit different. Even the pathway to get back has changed, but you can still go back to the secret treasure by using these stone pillars and your teleport dash to get past the main gate. You just have to find the stone that will allow you to traverse them. Once you make it across the graveyard back to the secret pathway that you can use to get back inside, the bridge will be gone in that room with the treasure and you can finally collect it, popping the last secret treasure trophy you need to complete this hero's adventure. This game about a fox being washed up on a beach trying to rid the land of evil has been a mind-popping experience. But it's time to lay the sword down and take a look at all these treasures we found, including a platinum trophy. So if you've reassembled the instruction manual, found all of the secret treasures, leveled yourself up to have godlike stats and abilities, suffered through the quarry, which was a crap and desolate place, and collected all the trophies, congratulations! You will be awarded the Platinum Trophy for Tunic. I definitely think there was some room to be way more clever here. The Platinum could have been called Fox's Awakening, Legend of Fox, or Hero of Time, I don't know, something. Damn man, 2 platinum trophies in a row on Platinum Hunters. I'm getting really ticked off. Overall, I'm just blown away by what this game has brought to the table. It plays its inspirations hard, but it goes in on the best parts of them. The instruction manual is a rarity in 2022, and this game uses it as a mechanic to great effect. What a delight it was building it and using its knowledge to adventure through all of these troubled lands. But when it comes to the trophies and your overall experience, it's up to you to use it to help you get the trophies, or else to the internet we go. There are lots of collectible trophies in this game that need guides to collect them all, and that's the only downside I would say there is in this platinum run. Oh, and the fact that no fail mode can be used for the trophies. That's not a negative for everyone, but it is for me. But otherwise, I have nothing but love for this amazing game, and it was an experience that made my jaw slam the floor many times with its secrets. We are pretty far into the year, so I can safely say this game is probably going to end up somewhere in my Game of the Year top 5. The indies are pulling all the weight on their backs this year, and I hope the surprises and treasures coming from the indie scene just keep coming. That's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you found this very informative, because this game is cryptic as hell, and I definitely think you're going to need guides, whether it's mine or the other people that have made guides. You're definitely going to need them to complete this game. So go show them some love, and of course show me some love by simply just subscribing and watching more content. I hope all your trophy hunting expeditions get you lots of secret treasures, maybe less cryptic than they are in this game, and peace out.